Hey guys, I have a question. Do you still remember the interesting anecdote about how the young Jose Rizal was teased by his sisters?
Oh yes, what is it?
From the story of Sa Aking Kababata by Knowledge Channel in YouTube. Wait, I have a clip. I'll show you here. Well, I guess you're all convinced that it really did happen, because now we can actually enjoy the view of his iconic statue in Luneta Park. But this time, let us venture into the other parts of the world where we can see some of his monuments. Just sit back and relax while we explore those countries. Let's start from Hong Kong. Rizal's Monument in Hong Kong. Dr. Jose Rizal is known in Hong Kong because from December 1891 to June 1892, he lived here with his family at number 5 Diaguilar Street, number 2 Ragnacela Terrace, where he practiced an open medical clinic as an ophthalmic surgeon, and where the commemorative monument plaque was exactly located. And this is also where Dr. Jose Rizal first planned the founding of the Liga Filipina and drafted Filipino translations of Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo. The monument plaque words are in Chinese, and this is the message when translated to English. Dr. Jose Rizal from 1861 to 1896, Philippine physician, poet, author, and patriot, practiced medicine in 1891 to 1892 in a clinic which once stood in this site, by the Antiquities Authority, colored in yellow font and red background. Rizal's Monument in Japan. On June 19, 1961, Tokyo City, Japan unveiled a bronze bust of Rizal erected at Hibiya Park, a large public park next to Imperial Palace. This statue stands right where Dr. Jose Rizal stayed for 45 days before traveling to Europe. According to historians, Rizal immersed to Japanese culture during his stay there. He learned about the custom and traditions, language, arts, commerce, and especially judo, where he later fell in love with Osei-san, a Japanese girl who was raised by a samurai family, whose loveliness infused joy and romance to Rizal's sorrowing heart, and she was also the epitome of everything the hero loves about Japan. The monument has also wordings in Japanese, and when translated to English, it says, Dr. Jose Rizal, National Hero of the Philippines, stayed in 1888 at Tokyo Hotel located at this site. Rizal's Monument in London. Rizal's monument in London is closely alike with his monument in Japan. Want to know why? Because the monument is also located where he exactly stayed, and here in London, he stayed none other than the historical home of the Becket family. As many remember, Rizal had a romantic interlude with Gertrude Becket during his stay in London, one of the Becket sisters. And this is also where Dr. Jose Rizal crafted some of his greatest works, for he was recognized here first and foremost as a writer. And with almost a year of residing in the city, Rizal improved his English and wrote several pieces of his famous writing, La Solidaridad. The monument plaque was printed with these words, Dr. Jose Rizal from 1861 to 1896, writer and national hero of the Philippines, lived here. The Greater London Council make the print's font white and its background blue. The other countries where we can see the other monuments will be discussed by Michael Christian Cometa.
I'll be presenting Rizal's monument in Alaska, Hawaii, and Canada. First is his monument in Alaska. It contains a bronze bust mounted on a taper block stone containing 3 bronze plaques. He is wearing a jacket with wide lapels, a high split collar, and an ascot. It is located in Manila Square in downtown Juneo, AK. And it was built on August 19, 2002 to honor the contribution of Filipinos past and present. Next is Rizal's monument in Hawaii. The monument stands 5 foot and 6 inch cement iron bronze stake. It is located in Pedestrian Mall along downtown Honolulu's Nuano Stream, and it was built on December 30, 1983 by the Filipino Society of Hawaii. Next is Rizal's monument in Canada. It was a full-size statue of Dr. Jose Rizal, which unveiled in Markham, Ontario in time for the Philippine Heritage Month. The 6-foot statue of Rizal is located in Luneta Gardens to represent the diversity of the city's community. It is said that the monument is the latest addition to Markham's public art collection and was a gift to the city by the Filipino-Canadian community. To celebrate Canada's 150th birthday of former Councilor Alex Chu, who raised funds to support the $300,000 monument and the Luneta Gardens project. The next Rizal's monument will be discussed by Jordan.
Rizal Monument in Rome, Italy. The bronze statue of Rizal Monument in Rome, Italy recently emerged in social media, prompting a look at how patriot is revered in other countries. The statue was built in Rizal, Manila during the commemoration of Rizal's 150th birthday on June 19, 2011, through the Philippine Embassy to the Holy See. It was also built with the help of Josephine Bantu, a relative of the national hero, through the family line of his sister, Narcisa. Rizal visited Italy for 3 days. During his visit in Rome, Italy, on June 27, 1887, he went on Capitoline, Tarpeian Rock, Palatine, Roman Forum, Coliseo, Capitoline Museum, and the Basilica of St. Mary Major. The national hero also reportedly took a flower from Septimus Severus and sent it to his friend Ferdinand Blumentritt. The national hero left the country on June 30, 1887 and encountered an Italian priest who reportedly treated him like an old friend. Rizal referred him as his father confessor. Rizal Monument in Singapore. In 2008, Singapore, in cooperation with Filipino authorities, unveiled a bronze relief of Jose Rizal. The monument is located in front of Asian Civilization Museum, an elegant British colonial building. It's near the historic Cabina Bridge. When he first set foot in the island, he hardly coached to go around this place. Nothing escaped to his curious eyes, even commenting that Singapore Chinese are better looking and honest than the Philippine Chinese. The bust relief was fabricated by Peter de Guzman from Guillermo Tolentino original. There are two sides. The relief faces the museum, while the other one is the picture of a painting by Fabian de la Rosa, the other side opposite of the Singapore River. There are only two Asians honored in the Asian civilization, the Museum Green and the Ho Chi Minh. Singapore recognized the works of Rizal and his visit to the city island. That's a total of 5 stopovers. Rizal Monument in Australia. The last Philippine President Benigno Aquino III, assisted by Premier of New South Wales, the Honorable Barry O'Farrell, MP, and the Campbelltown City Mayor, Sue Dobson, unwraps the statue of Rizal in a ceremony at the Rizal Park, Rose Meadow, City of Campbelltown. The 5-meter bronze statue was made by well-known artist, sculptor, and designer Eduardo Castrillo, who also made the tallest monument in the Calamba City, Laguna. The monument portrays Rizal during his colorful stay in Europe, holding his first book he wrote entitled Noli Me Tangere. The President's visit aims to pursue and broader relations based on a long history of cooperation, common interest, and shared values between the Philippines and Australia.
Rizal's Monument in Florida. This life-size bronze bust of Dr. Jose Rizal is found with other international leaders in Lake Eola's International Plaza and Bridge. This bust of Dr. Jose Rizal has him in a typical gentleman suit of the time period. The bust on a polished stone plate with many inscriptions. They read, physician, poet, novelist, linguist, artist, architect of Filipino unity and the soul of the Philippine struggle for freedom and independence. It is presented to the city of Orlando by the Filipino-American community through the Council for Filipino-American Organizations of Central Florida. Rizal's Monument in Texas. The bronze bust of Dr. Jose Rizal has been part of the City of Houston art collection since 2006. It is the work of Lorena Torich. She is a master sculptor at the Young Fine Art Studio in Salt Lake City, Texas. The bust celebrates one of the foremost historical heroes of the Philippines, a doctor trained in Madrid, Paris. Hedberg Rizal was a poet, essayist, and novelist. He was a proponent of national independence through the peaceful reform. His execution in 1896 is considered the spark that ignited the Filipino to fight for independence and its anniversary is a national holiday. Rizal's Monument in California. The bronze Rizal statue will stand nearly 7 feet on top of a 6-foot tall granite base. It is funded by the Jose Rizal Monument movement. It is the first statue in the International Sculpture Garden. The Sculpture Garden was the brainchild of the previous City of Carson mayor, Jim Deere. He said that not only will it be the place dedicated for public art, but he envisions a walking history museum where people can take their child to learn about heroes from around the world. It just so happens that the Philippines wanted to display theirs first. The theme of the garden is Heroes of Liberation, Freedom and Justice from Around the World. Rizal was the proponent of democracy and peaceful reforms. He preached peace and justice but eventually became a martyr for his people in the Philippines. Rizal's Monument in Washington. On June 7, 1981, Dr. Jose Rizal Park and Bridge are named for the Philippine national hero, are dedicated by Mayor Charles Royer and Philippine Consul General Ernesto A. Querubin. The park and bridge are located on Seattle on 12th Avenue on Beacon Hill. They are named for the Philippine national hero Jose Rizal and symbolizes Seattle's American-Filipino pride. The 8.4 Arc Park has a commanding view of the Seattle's waterfront and Puget Sound. Seattle's University art professor Mariano A. Ligo created a mural mosaic to commemorate this special location. The other countries will be reported by Pamela Monasque.
So the next monument is Rizal's Monument in Germany. In Berlin, Germany, where Dr. Jose Rizal's most famous literary work, Noli Me Tangere, first came off the press, eventually paving for Filipinos' pursuit of independence from Spain. In celebration of the 156th anniversary of Dr. Jose Rizal's birthday, the Philippine Embassy of Berlin launched an illustrated map called Rizal in Germany. The map retraces Rizal's journey from February 1886 to May 1887 for the special focus on the cities of Wilhelmsfeld, Heidelberg, and Berlin. A simple ceremony was held at the Chancery of Rizal's birthday on June 19 to mark the map's launch. The next is Rizal's Monument in France. On June 1883, Rizal left Madrid to visit Paris. He stayed for a few months from 1886 to 1887 for his apprenticeship under Louis de Weckert for ophthalmology, and then again later on to witness the World Exposition of 1889. There is a marker installed at the hotel entrance in Hotel de Paris where he stayed. It reads, Dr. Jose Rizal, 1861 to 1896, writer and national hero of the Philippines, live here. For the next monument, Rizal's Monument in Spain. It's over 130 years since Rizal set foot in Madrid, Spain. Yet he left a tangible reminders for his momentous stay in Spain. His monument in Madrid is a replica of Luneta Monument in Manila. It was proudly stands in Avenida de las Islas Filipinas and calls Santander. It was built on 1996 and held a different commemorations for Rizal, such as Rizal's birthday every June 19 and Rizal's Day celebration every December 30. For the last monument, Rizal's Monument in USA. In Chicago, USA, the monument located along Lakeshore Drive and Marine Drive between Lawrence and Wilson Avenue in front of Weiss Memorial Hospital in Chicago came about through the courtesy of the Philippine government during the commemoration of the centennial Philippine independence in 1998. The unveiling of Dr. Rizal's monument was held on June 19, 1999. And this monument is one of the 2 life-size monuments in continental USA and one of the 6 outside the Philippines. And for the conclusion, let's hear it to Paulo Luna.
Well, I guess you have the idea where the monuments Rizal stood around the world, because it was mostly on the Rizal's rubble, which is reported by the group Valiente. And monuments are given to certain people that attain beautiful and great things during in his or her lifetime. But in Jose Rizal's case, his work was considered incredible. It was clearly shown in the introduction that the young Jose Rizal was teased by his sister and said this magical word, "Laugh at me now, but someday when I die, people will make monuments and images of me." And that was strangely become reality. Because as we all know, not just in the Philippines, but in all corners of the world, we can see monuments of Rizal. So upon watching our presentation, which would you like to visit? I would love to hear your answers. This has been Group Ilustrados, and thank you for watching our presentation, Rizal's Monuments Abroad.